You have to be ready to give up the old version of you that you're now outgrowing. And honey, if you are not already on a walk, because we walk every single Monday, I need you outside. Don't get attached to things in the moment or to pain and suffering in the moment. Like, if you get the opportunity to wake up tomorrow, that's because God has a plan for you to see your own true beauty and your uniqueness, that you have a reason and a purpose for why you are here. I started my channel in January 2024 with the intention of inspiring at least one subscriber. And I'm so grateful to be bringing in 10,000 subscribers. Hello, babes. We are headed to the beach. I'm so excited to bring you guys along to the beach. The sun is hitting on your girl. I'm out for a walk with my man and my mom, and I wanted to bring you guys along. Today, we're going to be talking about helpful priorities that are necessary when it comes to becoming your dream girl and reinventing yourself. I'm talking about how to be unbothered, how to be unfazed by people's opinions, just in general, of the world's perception of you, and you finding your own true beauty and uniqueness in this ever growing, evolving world. It's such a beautiful day out, and I'm so happy that I get to bring you along on this journey today. If you are new to my channel, my name is Shenese, and on this channel, I talk about reinventing yourself as you work towards becoming your own dream girl. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button, and the post notification bell. Now that we're almost in 2025, I want to speed you guys up to prepare you for 2025. I want you to be stepping in a new era, which is so unknown to us all. I need that sun to come back out, please, because this is not hidden. There we go. I started my channel in January 2024 with the intention of inspiring at least one subscriber. And I'm so grateful to be bringing in 10,000 subscribers. But along the way and upon starting, I realized one thing, that I held a lot of fear and self doubt. And that was stopping me and hindering me from the growth that I personally needed as a woman, as a creator, as a coach. And I needed to step outside of myself. I'm trying to fix my belt. I needed to step outside of myself and stop caring so much about how other people perceived me. And I've talked about this many times on my channel. You have to be ready to give up the old version of you that you're now outgrowing. And honey, if you are not already on a walk, because we walk every single Monday, I need you outside because, honey, it was raining this morning and now the sun is out. So, of course, we are outside. So, I knew that I needed to become that version of me that I've been dreaming of becoming. I used to have other women on my vision board, and I talk about this often as well. I now know that I needed to have myself on that vision board because the woman that I'm seeking or I'm inspired to be like is already here. I possibly just, I had so much fear and so much self doubt that it just never worked out. And even as I record this, there are people staring at me, but that's okay, right? You've got to know yourself so well. You know you're beautiful, you know you're smart, you're intelligent, you know who you are so well that nobody else can define you. And no matter what somebody says about you, or you think they're thinking of you or talking about you, who cares? Just go on and live your life. Now, I'm not going to ramble too much, but let's get into the tips. All right, so I wrote it down on my mini phone, the advice that I have for you guys today. And pretty much when I share my advice based on my own life experiences, because what better way to learn from your lessons and experiences that have turned into testimonies that have shaped me to who I am today. And as I get more comfortable and confident with holding up a tripod and getting into uncomfortable, unfamiliar spaces, honey, I'm growing, and so should you. You should be on your way to growing. I know a lot of you guys want to start YouTube channels or just feel more confident in who you are when you walk into a room. These tips that I'm going to share with you today are going to help you just break loose of any fear or doubt or insecurities. And I can't wait to share with you guys number one, because I want you to step into your power. Tip number one, you want to become aware of your insecurities. It's really important to know where your insecurities stem from. And a lot of the time, our insecurities stem from childhood. It could be at elementary school, it could be in your household. For me, it was both. I was bullied and I was a bully, and I also was abused. And just growing up with that kind of trauma led me to always be a fighter or just see myself so differently. And I believe it also forced me into my masculine energy of living through survival as a female for so long. And now that I'm so aware of my own power and strength, I no longer choose to live in that kind of energy or live with my trauma holding over my head or holding me back in life. Once you are aware of your insecurities and your traumas, you can now use that as power. You can use it as fuel, but most importantly, power, because now when you know your power, nobody can hold anything against you. When you are confident with your insecurities, your flaws, and you turn that into your power, nobody has power over your insecurities, how you feel about yourself, about anything, right? When you get so confident to accept yourself and just know that you had to go through what you had to go through, that you can turn that into your fuel, your motivation, and that is your power. That is what you're running with every time. You are going to feel so strong within yourself to take on anything, absolutely anything. And I love that for you. I sat down with myself and I'm like, wow, I am an athlete. I'm a professional athlete. I'm a coach. I'm a mentor. I'm like a big sister, a little sister for many of you guys. But I had to sit down with myself and I was like, wow, I've really gone through a lot. But you know what? Like, no matter what I go through, it's crazy how we all have similar seasons. It's crazy how we are actually really more alike than we think. And you may see a perfect image or a perfect person and think that they might not be struggling with something, but we all struggle with something. And when I started to use all my doubts as power, or what I thought of me that was something that I needed to fix, I then said to myself, I'm just going to use it. I used to be so nervous about the gap in my teeth. And now, I've just grown the confidence to just smile. And don't come for me, because I know you guys are going to be like, oh, there's nothing wrong and there's nothing wrong. But that is just how I felt about me. And I'm sure there are some ways that you feel about yourself. And I'm just sharing my experience based on one thing that I could point out as a flaw at one point in my life. And we have many flaws. I'm okay with all of me, right? And once I became okay with me, I stopped seeking validation and approval from other people to live the way I want to live. I think that's so important when you're trying to reinvent yourself is making your insecurities, your flaws, your powers so nobody else can use that against you or over you, honey. Okay. All right. Number two is going to be create your own dream girl. I say this all the time, but I don't think I've gone in depth about creating your own dream girl. And as I sit here today and I'm telling you guys this, I had no idea this is who I would become through my obstacles, my pain, past experiences. And honestly, I'm going to share this one with you. Like when I lost my dad, my perspective of life and living changed. I'm way more grateful for each day that's given because I have the opportunity, and so do you, to use the day, to utilize your time, your attention, and your energy, and really fuel your body with natural sources of food and nutrients and vitamins, water. And I don't think people talk about that enough. And now that I have the opportunity to lead you closer to your dream girl, I just want you to know that we may have these beautiful images of other women on our vision board, but I want you to know that you need to start creating your own vision of yourself. That vision of yourself is the woman that you want to become today. So now that you're not trying to be like somebody else, you're getting really clear with who you want to become and start to embody that new character, which sometimes means that the people that you used to entertain are no longer what you entertain anymore. Places you used to go are places that you are no longer going to see yourself going anymore because they no longer align with your dream girl. I had to put myself in new spaces with new energies and and so now I'm becoming the woman daily because of what I'm doing daily and how I move daily. You cannot try and be like anybody else. God put us on this earth for us to really tap into ourselves, really connect with nature, have moments where you're slowing down and just pondering on you, your thoughts, how you're feeling, and really assess how you're feeling, assess your feelings, assess your choices, because sometimes we make decisions based on how we're feeling. Sometimes we hinder our life based on how we're feeling because we wanted to act when we're only feeling good. But now I need you to start acting whether or not you feel good. You are still in pursuit of the goal of becoming your higher self, your dream girl, that dream woman that you know is possible. And only you know her, only you can create her. God did the work when he created you, but when he put you on this earth, he put you on here specifically because you're unique, because you were here and meant for something greater than where you are right now. Sometimes we don't know that because of influences, because of distractions. And when you're so distracted and you're influenced by everything, you let the world design you. You let the world dictate how you move and how you show up in life. It's just like when you watch and hear the news, you end up getting so scarce. I know I do. Girl, I can't listen to the news. No, no. Selected hearing. I can't because I have such a big heart that I will literally be in shambles listening to the news. So it's super important for you to become aware of your surroundings. It could be negative energy, it could be friends, it could be your family members. You got to be really careful of your influences around you because those people, if you allow them, end up shaping your life. They end up shaping your mindset. If you have friends that are scared to do things, you're going to be scared too. Or if you share your dreams, they're going to talk you out of them. That's why you need to know who your dream girl is. You need to stand on business. You need to have boundaries. You need to have boundaries. You need to have standards. And when your standards are high and you know yourself so well, you know that God has something. Nobody can steer you left or right because it's a choice whether you want to take it, listen, go with it, flow with it. It's a choice. But if you know yourself so well, you know you're going to be making that choice or you're going to ask God for his answer, right? You're not going to go off of anybody else but you and God. And that's why connecting with God and self is so important. Touching grass, touching earth is so important. Let me know if you guys are liking this video so far and we're just on tip number 2. Definitely comment below. And also, guys, I have now opened up a form that you can fill out for any topic requests that you would love for me to create. That way I can serve you better and open up my mind and my soul to you. Just make sure you start creating who you are. If you don't like pink, you don't like pink. If you like purple, you like purple. You got to know what you like, what you don't like, what you like to eat, what you need to know your schedule. You need to know everything about you. Tell me the sun didn't just leave. Number 3 is going to be take care of the features that people see first, meaning your face, your dental hygiene, your grooming, how you take care of your hair, how you leave the house, your nails, your feet, your appearance. It's so important that you take care of the features that people see first, because your dream girl is put together. If she's put together, she's put together. If she's a certain way, she's a certain way. But it's super important for you to hold yourself to a certain standard. Effort is a lot. It will pay off in the end. I never used to wear makeup. I would probably wear makeup like once a month. And now I wear makeup not only when I'm filming, but I try and dress up for my man and for me, most importantly, every so often rather than once a month. And until I started doing these videos, I was like, I know my beauty and I've worked on what I look like underneath the makeup, but it's still nice to get dressed up and make yourself feel like you're that woman, especially when you're en route to becoming your own dream woman. Number 4 is going to be donate and resell any clothing or items that no longer align with the new you. You outgrow people, places, and things. I've mentioned this before. And I remember when I left Toronto, and I'm at the Woodbine Beach here. When I left Toronto, I left some items in my mom's house. I have a room, a bedroom there still. And when I came back this weekend, I cleared it out. I had like 3 garbage bags of items that I was attached to in the moment. And when I came back, I threw it all in the garbage. I just have a little bit of paperwork to go through to make sure I'm not throwing out anything I need. But everything else, including the mattress, the bed, the headboard, absolutely everything, the bed frame, the drawers, everything but a mirror and paper is the only thing I kept. And I outgrew it because I knew that that was something that I needed to do. When you start to outgrow yourself, you start to outgrow absolutely everything and everyone around you. And really start to detach from holding things hostage. Because I remember leaving these items like, yeah, if I don't like where I'm going, I'm going to come back. I now know I can't have a plan B because life just worked out. Like, I left for love, but I ended up finding new love. I ended up developing a business. Ended up becoming this woman based on experiences. And now when I come back, those things that I left no longer align with who I am. And I'm coming back with new stuff, with better quality stuff. And you just never know the person you're going to become to what you now can like afford and dress like and just smell like. Everything is like a higher quality, a higher grade, because I worked harder for it. I came from nothing and I decided I wanted to work harder for it. Like, I'm so grateful for the experience to use my pain as fuel to where it's led me. And that's why I'm saying to you, don't get attached to things in the moment or to pain and suffering in the moment. Like, if you get the opportunity to wake up tomorrow, that's because God has a plan for you to see your own true beauty and your uniqueness, that you have a reason and a purpose for why you are here. And it's beyond the materialistic things. It is. It's beyond that. Everything outside of you, you are one day going to not need, aside from who you become in the process and how many souls you're able to save or move in. That's the craziest part about life. Like, just live in the moment. What are you crying about? when you donate your clothes or resell your clothes, you'll be able to make room to buy new clothes and have a new improved wardrobe that is going to align with who you are in this moment. And hopefully in the future, you can still reuse those pieces and items. Like for me, I'm going for a capsule wardrobe, and I'm looking at new stores that I'm now fond of, and switching up where I usually buy my clothes to trying out new boutiques and new clothing stores that are more grown and sexy for me and the new version of me for who I want to become. Number 5 is going to be spend less on takeout or any sugary or oily, greasy foods, because you want to avoid any breakouts, inflammation, bloating, any breakouts, especially breakouts. Like, I have not been consistent with my meal plan this week because of travels, but I saw that pimple come up and I was like, ooh, we got a meal prep. And it's going to be so important that you take care of what you put into your body, because it affects your gut health. And if you don't feel good, you're not going to be able to think clearly or do everything you need to become your dream woman. So make sure that you are staying hydrated with water, tons of water, and being very mindful of the food you eat. You want to make sure that your new habits are matching the dream woman that you are desiring to become. Okay? It needs to match, it needs to align. Number 6 is going to be spend less on things that you don't need. Don't spend at all if you don't need it. But I would say spend on maybe hiring a personal trainer or going to a nice gym or putting yourself in new rooms and spaces. Like, you can take classes or lessons that actually add to you, rather than you spending sporadically on things that you don't need. How many of you guys have a whole cartload of Shein or Fashion Nova? How many of you guys can say that you are just buying things, even like takeout, you're just overspending on things you don't need, and then your money is down the drain and you are wondering why you can't afford the new life that you're desiring? And so when I looked at my spending, I cut back on alcohol, on date nights. So often we go for a date night 1 to 2 times a week. That is including takeout, but we don't even indulge in takeout. We like to get dressed up and have the whole experience. But I get it, if you have kids, you kind of have to do the takeout every now and then. However, we just choose what is going to multiply. So we buy groceries that multiply and also keep our body looking really good. But you just got to use your money wisely and spend it wisely, or else you're going to be always wondering how you're going to be able to afford this new lifestyle. But you just have to cut back on certain things. Like I said, I threw out a bunch of stuff in my mom's house thinking I would use it or need it. And look, I didn't need it at all. I came home with a whole new wardrobe, a whole new character, a whole new personality, and a whole new belief of who I could possibly become, which is not the woman I left behind years ago. And lastly, number 7, your new surroundings need to align with who you desire to become. So you're no longer entertaining places and people and things that don't align with the dream girl and dream woman that you are. It's important for you to realize that, especially me coming back home to Toronto, I told my girlfriends, like, you won't catch me at the same places that you once saw me 5 years ago, because I came home with a new mindset and new intention. Like, my mindset right now is just aligning with women, or just a tribe in general, that wants to grow, that wants to feel good about themselves, that dresses well, smell good, hold themselves to a certain standard. And you're not going to find that at certain locations and certain environments. And so that is why I only want to entertain or give the opportunity to connect with somebody if they are on the same route as me, where I currently am. You got to meet me where I am. If not, and you're not ready, I'm not here to force you or drag you with me. But I know what I want for myself. I know what I need for me. I know what life has for me. I know what God wants for me. And He will align the right people. But I also have to be mindful of my choices, of where I put my focus and my energy and where I spend my time. And my time is not going back to the same places that hindered my growth or kept me stagnant. I now know that I can't party every weekend, nor can I be at certain places every weekend. Just be mindful of your environment, and that comes with people as well. You got to be careful with people's energy. Some people will play you and have you thinking that they are your cheerleader, that they have your back until they're ready to shut that door and backstab you. And you got to read people. But I really didn't realize that about myself because I'm so nice and so kind and forgiving, that I needed to align with myself. So I set boundaries for myself, a higher standard for myself. So I just wasn't entertaining anybody or picking up anybody off the street, because you can't fix everybody. Be careful with energies. Some people hold you back because they see your potential and they're afraid of it. Some people hold you back because they want you to be on the same playing field as them. Some people just hold you back because they think we're all supposed to be relatable, when no, you're all supposed to go and find your own power. And as you develop and spread your wings like a butterfly, you will start to see that not everybody is going to come with you and fly with you. Some people have to stay in their cocoon, and that is okay. When and if they're ready to catch up to you, they will. They will grow and they will start to spread their own wings, but you can't force them or drag them if they don't want to. Now you want to focus on building and adding more to healthy relationships. I have this one girlfriend back at home that she had a tea party. I'll just insert the clip. She came over, my cousin was here. You know, I do believe in having different friend groups, but like all of my friends and clients align with me. Like they're very much so similar to me. And that may be for you and I too. You might be like, oh my God, we are so similar. We are en route. Yeah, then we would be great friends in real life. But if not, we're going to be virtual friends for now until you visit my city or I visit yours. My girlfriend came over while my cousin was here, and she was like, let me do a tea party for you. My sweetheart made us tea. Can you explain what the tea is and your intention behind this meaningful moment?
Yes, so the tea, let's get a little bit closer. Can we turn on the music?
Yeah.
Everything has settled already, but I put hibiscus flower, cardamom, cinnamon stick, what else did I put in here? Mint from my garden and basil from my garden, and freshly grated ginger with some honey and love. And then the incense, just to bring in the vibes, the smell, the energy for the night.
That's amazing.
And the flowers.
And the flowers.
The feminine energy.
Oh my gosh, came with flowers today, guys.
Cute.
So cute. She even started stretching my cousin and helping her because she's also into personal training, but she's more into deep mental wellness therapy, stretching, meditation, breath work. Oh, it's beautiful. It's just soothing the body and calming the body down. And so she did that for us. She came with fresh herbs for this tea party. It was beautiful. I've never had anybody do that for me. And she even showed up to my house with flowers. I think it's just beautiful when you have friends that are just so soft and nurturing, and they're also en route and working on their own feminine essence and energy. And my girlfriend, she's going to be featured in one of these episodes. So look out for that. But it's so important that you just have women around you, or just friends in general, whether it's female or male, that add to you and they just make you feel warmer and softer and you can trust them. I thought I needed a bunch of friends. I thought I needed to be popular. I thought I needed to have a bunch of friends and be the standout at school. And now I'm realizing that as you grow and you develop yourself, some of those people that you were friends with are still where they are because of their mindset, because they didn't want to change, because they were so stubborn to the attempt of change, and they were afraid probably of who they might become. On this journey, as you reinvent yourself, don't be afraid of who you want to become, because sometimes you just got to trust the unknown and go all in. Go all into exploring yourself. Why not? Go all into just seeing the beauty, the true beauty of life, and what can come out of it. Look at this. Just by you taking the chance on my page, you were able to meet me, and I hope I was able to leave you with something. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Share it to one of the girlies. Look at this view. Oh my God, honey, I need a thumbnail. Not me getting the thumbnail. I'll see you guys in the next one. My family is waiting. Bye, guys.